Well, hello, everybody. As we enter our second week of economics and looking at our own personal lives, hopefully by now you've had a chance to get into the Life Econ links and had a chance to purchase your house or rent an apartment. What we're looking to have you do, which is what we did last Friday, was to take all of that and put it into a Word document so we can come back to it later. In the example that I'm using in my class, is the home is on West Main Street. The cost was $178,000. As I figure everything out, that would be $756.75 monthly. The taxes, $222.50 monthly. Remember how we got to the taxes? We took the price of our house, and this is not exact science how it always works out. The village of East Troy comes around and they do something called an assessment on your home, and they tell you what the home is really worth. And the average tax is about 1.5%. So what you do is you take, in this case, what I paid for my house, times 0.015. That tells you how many taxes you have to pay in a year. Now, you oftentimes have a choice. Just go ahead and go in and write the check every year, or you can do something called an escrow account, where the bank takes your money throughout the course of the year. And at the end of the year, when it comes time to pay your taxes, you go to the bank and get the check. Now, if you paid more than you have the opportunity to get that back into your own pocket. If you didn't quite pay enough, you will meet the difference with a check of your own. Now, what that really does is if you didn't quite pay enough, but it's only $57 off, I'll tell you what, paying $57 at the end of the year is a lot nicer than having to write a check for $3,000. Once you have finished looking at your home, and by now, again, you should all have the home and the taxes taken care of, and you put it into a Word document. Later on, we're going to take that Word document and create our personal monthly portfolio and budget. But for now, we just want to have it in a Word document. You can also make it in a Google document. Once we've done that, you want to go ahead and look at your auto. Now, I know my classes have already taken a chance to look at their cars. You go to What Do I Need? And you can, from there, as it reads, you can pick out a kind of car you'd like. Now, if you're Mr. Sue's class, you want to go a little bit quicker today because you're just a step behind. Take a look at the different kind of cars that are out there, new and used. You can pick from many different things. Let's say I wanted to have a truck. I could go in and find my truck prices. And within 50 miles of East Troy, you can see all the trucks that are out there. Now, many kids, you ask the question, how much can I spend on my new car? Well, remember, you're only 23 to 28 years old in this simulation. You don't have thousands and thousands of dollars to spend. You might want to look used for your first time around. But after you've picked out your car, where you want to go next is the car loan payment. Once you know how much of the vehicle you're going to spend, let's say we buy a used car for $9,000. The auto loan term. To find out the loan term, again, put the East Troy zip code in. And we're just going to play averages today. 2.793, it says, is the average. So that's really kind of the number we're going to use for today is 2.793. So it says auto loan term. Oops, interest rate. 2.793. Now, if you're buying a new car, oftentimes they'll finance you out to 5, sometimes even 6 years. But a used car, anything over 5 years old, you're only going to get 3 or 4 years tops to do that. So you can't stretch this out to as many years as you want. In this case, if it's within 2008, we'll say, you can stay at 4 years. If it's older than 2008, you got to knock this down to 3 years or 36 months. And then calculate your monthly payment. In this case, my monthly payment for my $9,000 vehicle will be $198.39. Again, put that over to your spreadsheet. In my case, I use my nice new 2013 Kia Soul. If I bought that, if it was all loaded up at almost $19,000, and I wanted to pay it off in 48 months, it would be $428.80. If I was being a little smarter consumer, I might spread that out to 5 years or 60 months instead. But again, by the end of today, Mr. Sula's class especially, if your home and your car should be in. The last thing you want to look at today will require you to have open a calculator. It will require you to open up the internet, create a new tab. You want to find out how many miles per gallon, MPG is miles per gallon, your car gets. I want to find out for a 2013 Kia Soul. You know, that's the one those little rats drive around. So I'm going to look up. The average is 25 city, 30 highway. So I'll use, in this case, I'll use the city mileage, 25 miles to the gallon. We're going to say that my Kia Soul gets 25 miles per gallon. Get back into my document. 25 MPG. I now have that number to add to my car. With that done, I go back to my website. There is a link on my website to get the gas prices in East Troy today. And the gas price right now, they say, is $3.59 per gallon. $3.59. I'm going to add that to my document over here. 3.59 per gallon of gas. With those numbers in mind, I jump back to the internet. Assume that you drive 300 miles per week, or roughly 1,500 miles per month. Now we're going to find out how much we're going to spend on gas each month. So you take your calculator, 1,500, which we're going to just, is a rough estimate of the mileage, divide that by my car's gas mileage, 25 miles per gallon. I get 60 gallons of gas that I will need each month. Then I multiply that by the price of gas, 3.59 equals, each month I'm spending $215.40 on gas. Again, add that, $215.40, what it costs me gas per month. We'll be adding that to our budget. Now, if you get to that level today where you figured that out, we'll go on to insurance, hopefully by tomorrow. Now, my kids, we may get to insurance today, but that should cover what it is we need to know today to get through social studies class. Thank you. Have a great rest of your Monday. Go girls tonight. Let's get the W's.